we are doing autopilot with auto lane change.
Yeah, I turned it on auto. Really, it's for the first time. It happened once, but this one is going to change freeways on us. So here, Wendy, it says upcoming lane change.
Yep.
Tap to cancel. So if you don't want it to, you can hit that.
Right. And then
But I'm just going to do nothing. Let the car decide. Okay, so it did his blinker. It's wiggling the steering wheel.
The blinker's on.
It slowed down because there's a car ahead. And, you know, no big deal.
No, that was pretty successful.
Woohoo! Alright, it's still going to keep going. It's going to get on 101 here. I would imagine.
But it doesn't have to do another lane change.
For me, this is the best lane. Let's see what it does. So yeah.
It did turn the blinker
That's the lane I would have chosen.
And it did go over successfully.
It did. Now, I would slow down a little bit up here as it gets into the...
So it changed to 65. You were at 70.
I changed it. I changed it to 65.
Okay.
But I would slow down even further. If it doesn't slow down soon, I'll just kick it down myself. Because normally it doesn't automatically slow down. Okay, I felt it. Yeah, I'm going to slow down. I didn't trust that it was going to do the right thing.
Well, okay, and I want to say something. Up here we have a ton of road construction. The lines are not all that clear, and we have a lot of miscolored asphalt.
For a car, the line's pretty clear, so I think, a car looking for...
Yeah, but the shadow braking. I had this happen.
Right.
I had this happen yesterday.
Right. So it's picking up all the cones.
So it's got all the cones. Well, it did.
Cones everywhere. Well, yeah, because I spread out a little bit. Bird! You see the bird?
I did. I didn't get it on the camera, though.
That's cool. Okay. I didn't do a damn thing. Well, I did slow it down. I slowed it down on the turn because I felt more comfortable going a little slower.
And then we have the handy dandy thing. Okay, so let's talk about the reverse camera. So I was driving to Scottsdale yesterday, and I actually felt so much more comfortable with the reverse camera on in adaptive cruise, only because I could see how close people were following behind me, because when the car auto brakes, it does it pretty...
It might hear with this little truck that's kind of wavering.
Right. When the car auto brakes, it brakes pretty quickly, and I wanted to make sure that I didn't get rear-ended. So I was able to turn it off if I felt like somebody was following me too close. On the Facebook forums, I mean, I see every day somebody got rear-ended, and so it was nice having that extra protection to be able to just check and see how close people were following me behind.
We might be the last Tesla on the road because everybody's getting rear-ended. All the Teslas are in the service center.
Oh, shut up, Joe.
We're the last ones. Last Tesla.
No.
Last Tesla.
So somebody had said that if your Tesla starts smelling like rotten eggs, to take it into the service center immediately. And I had made a comment, could that be why all the Teslas are catching fire?
Well, an overcharged battery will give off a sulfur smell. So it would be concerning in a car like this that you're driving and not charging to get a sulfur smell.
Right. But what did you say? Oh yeah, every Tesla's just blowing up.
They're all blowing up. We are in the last Tesla on Earth. Elon, this is for you. We will keep it safe. They're all blowing. Look, on the side of the road. They're all over the place.
Oh,
Tesla's
gosh.
everywhere. Oh, there's no.
You shouldn't make fun of your lovely wife.
Look, man, Tesla has a 5-star safety rating. And if they could give 6 stars, Tesla would have a 6-star. See that car pulled ahead of me? My car didn't slow down because it was going faster than me. Not a collision risk.
Although yesterday when guy beside me turned on his blinker, and the car took over, and I had a red banner down at the bottom of the screen that said,
Take the wheel.
no, it said,
Flee for your life.
no!
We gonna die?
No!
What did it say?
It said that the auto steering collision took in effect. But I didn't feel like I was in any danger. But it did take the wheel. Well, I have to say, it's doing a pretty good job.
It's doing an outstanding job, Lindy.
Okay, but let's talk about, so in the full self-drive, why did they put the Mad Max on there? Like,
Yeah.
when would you ever use the Mad Max changing?
When you're in biohazard deflection mode. What's that called? Biohazard defense mode.
Defense mode.
Flip
Yeah.
on Mad Max bioweapon defense mode and then hammer it.
And then just get the hell out of Dodge.
Hammer it. And flip on the autopilot. Get your guns out and start defending yourself.
Okay, well, I guess if we were in California with all of the fires and you needed to flee the area and you wanted to be the one to get out over everybody else.
Yeah, that's right. They used it during the fires. Bioweapon defense mode.
I
Kept the
would.
smoke out of the car.
I would.
Now, but here's my problem with calling it Mad Max. If it was a Mad Max world, electric cars, not practical at all.
No. Wait, I need to go charge before we do anything.
Yeah, oh, can someone tow me so I can charge my car a little bit?
Although it would be funny if they put missiles on the car.
It should have missiles. If you have bioweapon defense mode, that's a good... Well, that's like a weapon
Because
defense
what
mode.
would be the point of having the bio defense with the Mad Max if you couldn't actually, like, missile people out of the way?
So it says, upcoming lane change, y'all.
Right there.
I don't know why it wants to change lanes.
No.
We're a few miles away from the 202 loop.
Oh,
But, okay, my steering wheel wiggled. It slowed down. That car behind me's good. You know, it checks all the things that I would check as a driver.
And
The cool thing,
it goes over.
yeah, here's the cool thing about it. So, the car is watching the road. I am watching the road. And my wife is watching the road.
I
And
don't necessarily mean that I'm watching the
if-
road. I'm
well, you're
videotaping.
filming right now. But normally, that's 3 of us watching the road. And worst case, Wendy gets mad and I flip off the autopilot and drive. But I'm not mad. But if I was driving and she starts chewing me out, then I get mad. And then I might drive like shit. So it's going to do another lane change. But look here on the camera. So that guy is kind of close.
Yep.
In my rear view, he looks really close. Show the rear view.
He looks really close in the rear.
All right, he got over. And here comes my car. While braking.
While braking, just like what you would do. But now, why did they put us in this lane? Oh, because we have to go to 51.
Yeah, the car knew. All right, this guy's cutting me off.
This
He's
guy's-
going to brake check me.
Yep.
And I brake checked.
You know, I have to say, you're just so much more experimental than I am. We've
Well,
had this
yeah,
car for
that's-
6 weeks.
That's the problem, is you need to test these things in live traffic. This is a Saturday morning, so it's not heavy.
Well, we've had this car.
Commuters have to try it, like, trial by fire in commute traffic.
We've had this car for 6 weeks.
6 weeks. This is the first time I've got to the point where I'm now using all of the full self-driving features.
And
They're all turned on.
yesterday,
Yeah.
it was the first time that I actually felt comfortable enough to
Use it at all.
the adaptive cruise.
Yeah.
I did use adaptive cruise. I went from Gilbert to
Okay.
Scottsdale.
202. Second freeway change. Wow.
Stay straight to take the reservation O2 Street.
So here's my problem with... This isn't a big problem.
He's
But
gonna
the nav
say,
system is the nav system doesn't change. It still says, now take the right exit, blah, 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 blah. It should say, I'm now taking the right exit because it's doing the driving. It would help remind me that I'm not the driver. Sometimes you need reminding. So this automatically slowed down to 56, and it doesn't look like it was because of that truck in front of me.
No, but it's that guy.
But I forgot to slow down, but the car slowed down automatically. You think it's because of that guy up there?
I think it possibly could have
Yeah,
been.
it could be.
If you're in 7,
I just bumped it up back up to 70.
okay. Now, the only way that you know which lane it's going to change to is it puts its turn signal on, correct?
That's right. It'll say upcoming lane change for a few seconds, and then the steering wheel will vibrate, and then the turn signal will come on, and then gives you a chance to look at the cameras, look around, and then it goes. But if you're sleeping, it just does it regardless.
If you're sleeping.
All right, it wants to change.
We have decided.
And if it tries to, I'm going to prevent it. Because there's a lot of cars coming. Hey, that was awesome. Way to go, Jamie. That white car up there
Yeah.
was coming up too quick, and the lane here turned red, so it wouldn't allow itself to change. But he went over, my car just jumped out. Okay, so it's three
Successful.
lane changes in freeways. They measure success. Is it enough to trust it?
No.
No. It's going to take 3,000 successful lane changes.
What is it that you always tell me?
The trust bucket?
Yes.
Every time it does something right, it's one drop in the trust bucket. As soon as it does something wrong, there goes the trust bucket. You got to fill it up again from the beginning. It's funny, you think driving would become boring with full self-driving. It's never been more exciting to watch the culmination of human engineering and know-how, the advancements in AI, to be a part of this, even when it makes mistakes, just to be in the game. It's really something else.
Well, as long as the mistake doesn't mean that you die for it.
As long as you don't die from your mistake.
I don't want to be that part of the mistake.
I don't either. But as I said, with an extra thing, watching the road, watching for safety, and make no mistake, the Tesla errs on the side of safety way more than I do. Like all of those freeway exits, I would have accelerated past everybody at 90 miles an hour to get in, just like everybody else does.
And that's why your wife would have been pissed.
Yeah. But the Tesla does what the driver's manual says, which is to slow down to get in. And I have no choice unless I want to take it out of autopilot.
So there was a guy that said that he wasn't going to invest in the full self-drive because he would be one of those people that fell asleep.
Yeah. I don't think so. All right, it's going to make another lane change.
Okay.
And by that, I mean it's not going to make another lane change.
Is it going to veer? Because, no, it
Oh, it
didn't.
is, but this road just changes.
Right.
We're still on 202.
Right. So,
I actually don't understand this route. I would have taken 101 all the way up, you know, gone through Camelback.
yeah.
But every time I do that, the Tesla proves that I should not have done that.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, watch this on the road here. Watch. So we're centered.
So we're centered.
On-ramp. See how it's centered to the on-ramp?
You know what? It didn't veer as much as it used to.
Not anymore. Yeah, it improved since the 32.2 update. So it wants to...
Why are we going off this one?
Why did this just get off the road?
Oh,
because we're here.
Okay. Well, now it just proves that we would have gotten lost and the Tesla doesn't.
We would have. I would have, yeah. That was hilarious. Okay, also single pedal driving. I'm not using the brake. Whoops, I timed it a little wrong, so gas it up. But anyway,
Gas it.
no brake, and car stops. The car stops. Single pedal driving.
I like the fact that you still say gas it up.
Accelerate it up. It's an accelerator. It always was an accelerator, but push on the gas is an axiom.
And then yesterday we went and got a U-Haul and you had to put gas in that.
Oh, that was...
So we had to go to the dinosaur stage.
Store. That's what we're calling it now. It's the dinosaur store. I'm getting gas because I had to rent a U-Haul. I haven't had to get gas in about a month and a half. Since I've owned the Tesla, I have paid $0 in gas or electricity because we get free supercharging. And now, good Lord, $15. $15. How do you guys deal with this? We had to take the U-Haul to the dinosaur store, and it's been 6 weeks. Actually, a little bit longer because I didn't gas my car up 2 weeks prior to that. So anyway, I was actually a little bit nervous. 2 months not going to the dinosaur store. I was worried about the whole process for some stupid reason.
So you'd forget how to put your card in a machine?
Yeah, well, I was worried about looking like an idiot, of course. Swiping the card wrong. I don't know. Something you haven't done in a while, you get a little nervous, get a little self-conscious.
You wouldn't know where to put the nozzle.
Yeah. So here's a novel thing. I am driving the car. Not in self-driving. There. Okay.
Oh, isn't that so much better?
Oh, that was so much work.
Wow, what are we doing here, people? That scared me.
Yeah, it did actually. So even when you're not in full self-driving, you can still change lanes on the surface streets. So I can bump the... Whoop, it aborted. Hey, we caught a abort. We caught an abort live. You know why? Because that was a cross street. I should have changed lanes there.
Well, and not only that, but there was a guy on the side of the road.
There was a guy. It didn't want to hit that guy. So we're going to do it again.
You know, the other day when you were saying that you were driving and it aborted?
Is this McQueen? McDowell?
What are you doing?
I don't know, but... You know what I'm doing? I'm driving poorly. I'm driving poorly.
You're driving poorly.
It's McDowell.
Oh my God.
So if that says anything, we essentially drove hands-free for about half an hour. I get off the freeway, and how many mistakes have I made? How many?
6.
How many laws have I broken since I got off?
6.
The self-driving on the surface streets couldn't come soon enough.
Not for you.
For me. I'm terrible.
That just goes to show the 29 years of my fear is actually
was
real.
It was, well, I thought about that because I'm nervous when Wendy drives. She's nervous when I drive because we're not in control. And now we're letting a computer, the same type of computer that we have at home. We have Macs. Those run FreeBSD. And this is running some flavor of Linux. And look at this guy.
Is he looking at our Tesla?
He was texting.
Oh! Wait.
It always does a double brake when someone's pulling out of your lane.
Right.
Not always, but it tends to. That truck behind me is just like, what is this Tesla doing? Anyway, forgot what I was saying. What was I saying? Oh, we're getting cut off, watch.
Oh.
So it just hit the brakes because we got cut off. And that's a long ways away. So it's going to do it again.
Oh.
So we get cut off, and it really hit the brakes. I went from 40 to 26. The only reason I let it do that is because there's nobody behind me. I would have taken it out.
And we can see that nobody is behind us, so we weren't in the risk of getting rear-ended.
This is a pretty serious problem for AI right now. They don't know exactly. Well, what I've read is they don't know exactly how they're going to solve it because it's trying to save your life. It's being overly protective just in case that car stops in front of you.
But don't you want it to be overly protective?
Yeah, but I want the guy behind me to be aware that my car is going to be overly protective.
That's why we need the blue light or a light on the back of the car saying that you're in self-drive mode.
When you get behind a Waymo,
Uh-oh.
it's pretty what?
What's going on up there?
Where? Oh, ambulance. When you get behind a Waymo, it's pretty obvious you're behind a self-driving car because they have stickers and stuff. All right. Once again, Joe's breaking the law.
So let's just make sure that was not the car. That was you doing that.
I got over it.
So it makes me wonder what the car would have done.
500 feet.
That actually makes me wonder what the law says about a 5-lane road when he's coming the other direction. Does everybody need to pull over? You know,
Do we all need to get out our driver's manuals again?
56th Street.
well, it'd be handy to have it right here in the car. Because if the Tesla pulled over, it should say, well, this is rule 42.7. Pull over in the event of anytime you see an emergency vehicle, pull over.
Ooh, that would be a nice addition.
Be a nice addition. Yeah. And just
But
to remind us
if
the rules
people
of the
are-
road.
But if people are bitching about when you turn the car off now, and I don't know if you know this now, but because of the update, when you are driving and then you turn the car off, if you take your seatbelt off, the car chimes now.
Yeah.
And people are like, can we just turn that thing?
Yeah,
Oh,
see it kicked out.
oh. It like, oh my God, Joe. What were you thinking? It was going to completely stop.
It slowed down to 25, and it said take over immediately. Because it detected a suicidal driver about to...
Eject himself.
Yeah, he unhooked his seatbelt. Whoops. Look, I just did it again. I
You're terrible. You're an awful driver. How am I still living after driving with you for so long?
This is great. And I'm trying.
You're not trying.
I am. I still feel like I'm a better driver than the Tesla is.
What?
Because,
That's absurd.
but look at all the mistakes I've made
That's
Just
absolutely
since we
absurd.
got off the freeway.
Okay, I have to say I probably trust the Tesla 100% now.
Right? My opinion, biker just pulled out. The Tesla would have shit bricks if that would have happened.
Yes, it would have.
I'd be stopped in the intersection back there. So my evidence that I'm a better driver is no accidents and I'm still alive.
Right.
And I don't know if that's the best criteria to judge driving ability,
Right.
but the Tesla hasn't killed me either. It just hasn't been that long yet for it.
Well, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Wendy's, you're all of a sudden really
Okay.
in favor of autopilot.
Well, okay, but let's just talk about this. Because I'm sitting here thinking, okay, the only reason why you've done so sporadic things while you've been in control and all of that is because we have been talking. And so, distracted driver, let's talk about that. But how many times are you really distracted? Almost every time you get in the car. Between your text going off, your talking,
Music's not working, it's playing the wrong song.
or you're talking.
Here's a dog.
Oh.
AI needs to deal with uncertainty. And look at those cute little doggies. That's some uncertainty right there.
Right. But distracted drivers. I mean, since we've been taping, or since we've been video recording, you have been more distracted.
No, my attention has been perfect. What are you talking about? Oh, it doesn't want... I think it punished me.
It did punish you.
No, it just took a while to figure out that it was driving successfully.
Oh, I think it should have said a banner.
It should have
that said-
punished me.
The banner should have said
Can I try it
suicidal
again?
possible.
Can I try it again?
Is there...
Oh, jeez. Do not unbuckle your seatbelt while you're in autopilot. And you know why that is, because somebody's trying to get in the back seat while the car's doing the driving. Or they're trying to have sex while the car's doing the driving.
So,
look at this
ooh,
place.
this is a nice place. This is the Phoenician?
The Phoenician in Phoenix.
Oh, we've been here.
Yeah, have we?
Yeah, haven't we? We have. We met your friends here.
This place is gorgeous.
Now, this would be a reason to come to Phoenix, along with all the other reasons.
Okay, that's our self-driving live as it happens with the rifles. You be the judge.
You be the judge.
Is the self-driving better than humans?
I would say so.
You be the judge. All traffic must stop.
Oh my.
It'd be funny if I was an autopilot and I just go,
Zoom.
self-driving car.